it's Mike. Welcome back to Mike's Diabetes World. This is sort of a supplementary video of a video I saw by the doctors that involved in TCOYD, taking care of your diabetes on diabetes and sleep apnea. Take a look at that video, and this video really kind of cleared up things that I learned about my sleep apnea and what sort of things we needed to learn from it. Must be 10 years now. I went to a convention. It was an optical store who had a convention of all general managers for a year. And I was selected to go to this convention. I went there, and I can still remember we had to discuss this book, Fierce Conversations, and what we really had to learn from it. So I went down there. I had to share a room with another general manager who I had been friends with. He kind of brought me into this optical store, and I quickly got up to the level of general manager. So great. But when you watch this video, they talk about how being a type 1 diabetic opens yourself up to having sleep apnea, and how one of the doctors there, Michael Pettis, I believe his name is, he himself has sleep apnea. I've had sleep apnea for years. You can hear my air voice. I can't turn it off yet. I've been using this for years. Every night, put it on, and I go to sleep. Pretty quiet, pretty great, and I sleep right through. So, what we need to take a look at is what similarities did it play in my life. First of all, I was over 40. I think I was about 48. And I was a heavier guy, not as heavy as I am now, but I was a big, strapping man. And when I was at this convention, I kept the other guy awake because I snored so loud. Luckily, we had a suite that he could go to another room and sleep. But, looking back at things, I just thought, okay. And that little back thing I kind of kept in the back of my mind. And when I came back, I went to a doctor who said, yeah, you have sleep apnea. He didn't do a test. He just went over these questions. I answered yes or no. And actually, they answer these questions in the TCOYD video. And he just did it. It wasn't till, I don't know, 5-6 years ago no, 7 years ago, that I saw a doctor and he ordered a sleep test. And I had a sleep test, and they decided, yeah, you have sleep apnea. You sleep for, or you stop breathing about 12 and 12, no, 128 times or some cycle like that. So it was a diagnosis that came through, and I got put on to continual air therapy. I breathe through a machine all night, and it's sort of like when I started using it, the first night was always difficult. You know, you can't get used to it. The second night, I was just so tired. I fell asleep and I was hooked. I didn't, from that point on, wish that I didn't have it. I had great sleep. I could wake up in the morning. I had energy. I wasn't so foggy. Um, and I've gone through times not having my sleep machine. Like if you're being admitted to hospital or whatever, you don't have your sleep apnea. And immediately I go back into the old patterns of sleeping, and I went in to have exploratory um, operation on my kidney, which was removed, but I got it all done, and so I forgot where we were going with this. Sorry. Test, got on the machine. They came back and said, well, we think you have sleep apnea. Oh, I know. Sorry. Back to the story. I was put into a semi-private room with another fellow who was quite ill. And I guess I had snored up a storm. And they finally decided they were going to remove me to a private room. And since that time, I've been on air, and it feels great. But I think I probably would have been in worse condition if they didn't take care of my sleep apnea. I've done videos where I talk about you need to take care of your outlying conditions to help with your diabetes. This is one of them. If you're a heavier set, larger neck, heavier person, older, take the test. You can find the questions online. And if you have more than 3, as they explain in the video, go and seek help for it. Trust me, if you're able to stand the air pressure, which isn't bad at all. I put it on, I don't notice it anymore. I just go to sleep. I wake up feeling better. Of course, it doesn't mean every night's going to be pure sensation. I still have nights where I'm up for I don't know whatever reason. But the night after, I'm zonked right out. And I have such the best sleep ever available. So, go watch the video on taking care of your own diabetes, sleep apnea edition. It's just really relatively just put out, I guess by the time this video goes up, about 6 days ago. It's, no, September 4th now, so yeah, it might be 2 weeks probably. You can take a look at TCOYD and taking care of your sleep apnea. There's a doctor who always looks fairly fit, and I always thought it was my weight, but they also found that there's a tie-in besides your weight, your tiredness, all sorts of questions that can determine whether you need sleep apnea or not, or whether you have sleep apnea or not, but also how type 1 diabetes is tied in. Go take a look at that. It's worthwhile. That's taking care of your diabetes, or TCOYD. Michael Pettis and Jonathan, sorry, can't remember the other doctor's name. But take care, and if you have any wonders whether you have sleep apnea, get it taken care of. Have a great day, and we'll talk again soon. Bye now. My email address is mikesdiabetesworld@gmail.com. All one line. Drop me